Another Death Row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for. My road to glory filled with thorns. Fluid thoughts from my brain and I trained to remain strong. They said I couldn't do it, locked me in chains till my struggle's closer to the pain of a train killer. Please believe that I'll never be shamed again. Again, I'll be the next heavyweight champion. Call me crazy, but no one can fade me. I'm the product of the projects, lost and crazy. Throw your hands up, Mr. Bruno. Ride. Big Mike Tyson about to brutalize that ass tonight. No hesitation for the whole nation. I'll beat that ass so bad I'll probably violate probation. Through demonstration as I strategize information. Intent to kill, so it's real like I'm catching cases. Let the world know I plan to die. If I don't leave with what I came for and be denied. Now, my first round for the times that I spit in the cell. The second round for the media and the lies they tell. The third round for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. When we ride, first rounds for the times that I spit in the cell. The second rounds for the media and the lies they tell. The third rounds for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. When we ride, my road to glory filled with thorns. Fluid thoughts from my brain and I trained to remain strong. They said I couldn't do it, locked me in chains till my struggle's closer to the pain of a chain killer. Please believe that I'll never be shamed again. Again, I'll be the next heavyweight champion. Call me crazy, but no one can fade me. I'm the product of the projects, lost and crazy. Throw your hands up, Mr. Bruno. Ride. Big Mike Tyson about to brutalize that ass tonight. No hesitation for the whole nation. I'll beat that ass so bad I'll body violate probation. Through demonstration as I strategize information. Intent to kill, so it's real like I'm catching cases. Let the world know I plan to die. If I don't leave with what I came for, won't be denied. The first rounds for the times that I spit in the cell. The second rounds for the media and the lies they tell. The third rounds for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. First rounds for the times that I spit in the cell. The second rounds for the media and the lies they tell. The third rounds for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. When we ride,
we're gonna do it live. We're gonna do it live. We're gonna do it live. What up, though? It's your boy DME. Okay, what's up?
this is what it sounds like when we ride on our enemies.
Okay, what's up? Like
We
literally.
ain't got no wings. Next. Yeah, when we ride on our enemies. What it sounds like when we ride on our enemies. Death Row.
First of all, love you guys. If I never told you that, I'll tell you that right now. I do love you guys. Don't forget it. Yeah, I had an interesting day today. Not exactly what I thought my day was going to be. Not what I actually planned for when I got up and went to work. Yeah, it was, hold on, let me take a look. This is a little interesting. This is going to be an interesting one. People, let me tell you something, Fabo. That people are, you know what, that's almost a pinnable comment right there because it so applies. Let's pin that. It beyond, like, idiot is a nice term for some of the things I witnessed today. It's too nice. It's too nice. I would say insane. No appreciation for life. No appreciation for your life or anyone else's. Just mental disorder. I think insanity, it might be the best word to describe it. Literally insanity. It doesn't get worse than what the shit that I just experienced today. So let's get to it, I guess. So I'm at work, right? And My cook, who's only been with us for a couple of weeks, maybe 3-4. I don't even know how long he's been there. I honestly didn't even know his name. That I kind of knew his name. I don't do the hiring there, and I don't really work with him that much. He comes up into the office and in a rage, and I've never even heard this guy talk before. Like, usually he's very quiet. He's in a rage about someone stealing his wallet out of his car in the parking lot. So he's like, I need you to roll back the cameras outside. I'm like, we don't have cameras outside. Like, this, the landlord might have cameras outside. We're actually not allowed to put up our own cameras. It's not our building. We can have cameras inside. We can't have cameras outside. Maybe the landlord has them. I don't know. I'm like, why? He's like, someone stole my wallet out of my car. I said, they stole your wallet. Was your door locked? He's like, no. It's like, why don't you lock your door, bro? He's like, so that's on me? That's on me? Bet. That's what he said. That's on me? Bet. And then he leaves the office, goes back outside. Mind you, I got cameras in my office everywhere, like for the inside and the hallway. He comes back in with a gun that's wrapped under his jacket. And you can't see the gun, but it looks like he's holding some sort of fucking shotgun or something. All right, he's like this, but he's got his jacket over it. He runs up into the kitchen and just points at anybody and points at the dishwasher and says, who took my fucking wallet? Who took my fucking wallet? I'm watching this. I'm thinking I'm watching an execution about to happen. I honestly don't even remember everything. When they tell you that you kind of black out when shit like this goes down, you do. My brain isn't even like, it hasn't even gone. I don't even know what I'm dealing with right now. So I'm watching this and I'm hearing it because I can hear it. But I'm watching it. And he's pointing it. So instinctively, I go back and I say, what the fuck are you doing? I scream like I don't even know what I said, right? And then he just took off. Well, he pointed it at me and then took off. I came down. I went and got security because they're at the front. They're not thinking a guy because they check everybody. They check the customers that come in, not the employees. I get down. I get my security. All right. And the security drew their guns and we ran to the back to where he was. By the time we got there, he was in his car and he took off. And then my waitress says that she was in the hallway when he came through, he had the gun and he pointed it at her and said, "Get out the fucking way." And she didn't even know what the fuck was going on. All over a wallet. Why would he think anyone stole the wallet that worked with us? We have 5 guys. We have Potbelly. We have AT&T. There's 1,000 different people. Why would it be someone that worked there? Who stole it, Ray? You're pointing it at our dishwasher. You didn't steal your fucking wallet. And even if he did, you're willing to risk the rest of your life, which you are. What do you think? This is a joke? You think you could just walk into a place of business, guns drawn, and threaten people's lives? Is that what you think? I don't even know what I said, bro. That 20 seconds is a blur to me. I'm trying to think what happened. Because I watched him come in on the camera like this, but with the jacket over it. And then I watched him point it at my dishwasher and the other cook saying, "Where the fuck is my credit card? Where the fuck is my wallet? Who stole my wallet? Motherfucker stole my wallet." And then the next thing I know, I screamed, and then he ran. He could have easily shot me, the dishwasher, and everyone in that bitch. Over a wallet that he admitted he didn't even have his door locked. Well, first of all, who the fuck leaves their wallet in their car? And if there's money in your wallet, who the fuck leaves a wallet in their car? And who leaves their wallet in their car and doesn't lock the door? And you have a fucking shotgun in your car too? You just left all that in there unlocked? These are, if you're willing to risk your entire life over a wallet, and that's what's going on. I see a lot of going on the internet. Everybody, when they talk all tough and everybody wants to fight internet people, you guys are willing to risk your life for some dum-dum on the internet. People who claim they have kids are willing to risk their lives and their families because someone talked trash to them online. Now you see it in real life. A guy's pretty much threw his whole life away over a wallet. And he doesn't even know who stole it. He's just going to point guns at people till he gets it back. If a shot would have went off, the whole bar would have been over. The whole business would have been over. We can't have that. We're already on probation. If a shot would have went off, even if no one got killed, we would have lost everything. I don't get it, man. I don't get what's wrong with people. This is a mental illness. And he pointed it at a guy who's 100% did it. This guy's an old man, not an old man, but he's an older guy my age. Good guy, never, he didn't steal it. Why would he steal it? He's been in the dish tank the whole time. He didn't even go outside. I honestly thought, I felt when I blacked out, when I seen it happen, just a man, I'm sitting, I felt like Scarface for a second. Remember the last scene of Scarface? Because I got all the cameras. I'm in the office, all right, and then I see a dude with a shotgun come in, and he's about to take everyone out, and then come up to me. What if I didn't open that door and scream? Would he have done something? I don't know. Because that's what made him leave. I lost it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? That's all I remember. I said something to that sort. What the fuck is that? I just screamed. What the fuck are you doing? He turned around. He looked at me and he ran. It was like I saw my life flash for a second. It just makes no sense, man. Oh, it's on me? Oh, because I didn't lock the car? People just gonna steal my wallet? It's on me, huh? What the fuck? Is it on me? What the fuck you want from me? My employees, they're acting like it's just another day in the park. I feel like I was the most shook than anybody. Even my dishwasher, she's like, yeah, whatever. I get guns drawn on me every day. Seriously. The waitress who, when she was in the hallway, when he pulled the gun on her and told her to move, she didn't even care. She's like, yeah, dude's crazy. Just so numb to this? I've seen crazy shit at my bar. Crazy. I ain't never seen shit like this. One of my own employees popped in with a gun and tried to kill everybody. Right, but that might be it. I have the whole business. I'm thinking about the business. It wasn't just that. Even if you're right, the business is, but What if he killed Ray? Where's my fucking credit card? Or where's my, I don't know why I keep saying credit card. Where's my wallet? Dude's just like, yo, chill. Nobody cared afterwards. Like, they weren't even talking about it, really. I mean, which is a good thing, I guess. Fucking nuts, bro. We've had 2 shootings at my bar, and I've never seen anything crazier than that. Even those shootings doesn't even compare to that. This is different shit. This was like a school shooter type of shit. That's what I felt here. Like it was some school shooter, some guy, a disgruntled male post office guy. You know, one of those kind of shit. Come into work and take out all the employees and the boss. And this just happened like a couple hours ago. Salute Marino. Thanks everybody. I appreciate it. We're good. But I'm at a loss for words. You know me. I'm usually not at a loss for words, bro. Cause I felt like I was in a movie. It felt like a movie. This wasn't like guy pulls out a gun because he bumped him and he starts shooting. This guy actually went to the car over a wallet and came in here and threatened to kill everyone in the kitchen. And pointed. He didn't just point the gun at the dishwasher. He pointed the gun at everybody. But he mainly had it at the dishwasher when I seen him. And I screamed, and like honestly, I screamed something, and I don't know what it was. And I don't remember those 20 seconds from when I screamed it to when I don't even remember seeing him run, to be honest with you. But he had to have. Like, I literally blacked out. I was running on instinct. And I remember thinking to myself, when I said to him, we don't have cameras outside. And when I said to him that, did you lock your car? And he said, no. And he goes, what? That's on me. Bet. And he left. I thought for a second, what went through my head, not that he was going to do this. I thought, and this was like a wild shot. I thought it, but I was like, nah. He's just let him off some steam, right? I thought worst case scenario, he was going to go to my car and like break a window or something. You know, like as payback for him. Like, I don't know, like maybe he's like, because he felt like I wasn't even being an asshole. He just came. I was doing shit. I was doing some other shit. I was working. I was doing some shit up with the bar like numbers. He comes in the office. I'm out. They stole my wallet out of my car. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like who? And he's like, I don't know. Let me see the cameras. And I was like, we ain't got cameras back there. I was like, did you lock your car? He's like, no. That's on me, huh? That's on me. Bet. Then he ran. That's literally all he said. Bet. That was the last thing he said. Bet. So I'm thinking, the craziest thing in my mind is that he's going to go and bash someone's window in. Someone else's car. Maybe mine. Maybe I'm thinking, does he even know what kind of car I drive? And before I know it, while I'm thinking that, he's walking. I'm seeing him walking with the gun. That's on me. Who the fuck would it else be on? Stole your damn. Ain't nobody want your fucking wallet, bro. What, they want your identification? Would you have money in there? Who the fuck in 2021 still has a fucking wallet with money? I got a wallet. I don't carry it in I don't carry my money in my fucking wallet. All right? You got a fucking money roll. The fuck you talking about? So if you didn't lose your money, what are you crying about? You lost your someone stole your ID? Your credit cards? Get the fuck out of here. So you're going to kill people over it? You're going to jail over it. Now what? Stupid. stupid. Dum-dums. They stole your wallet but left your gun in there. Right. Let me guess. Your gun was in the trunk? You can pop the trunk if the fucking window doors are open. I mean, if the doors are unlocked. Go in there. What's in the trunk? Oh, there's a fucking shotgun in here. I don't know what kind of gun it was. No one saw it. The waitress said she did see it was a gun, but she couldn't tell what it was because when he came through and told her to move out the way, she saw it under the thing. But he had his jacket over it. But he was holding it like this. So yeah, you know, it just kind of correlates to a lot of all this stupid drama we get on this bullshit battle rap and everybody beefing and want to kill each other and all this, you know, the coffee miss hustle stuff. And it's just so dumb, man. None of this shit matters, man. When shit like that, does anything ever put anything in people's lives? Does your lives ever get put into perspective ever? Life matters. You're stupid if you don't think that's all that matters. Life. Why are we so easy to risk it all? For what? Your family, your friends, and your life is all that matters. All the other shit does not matter. And why would you risk all that for stupid shit? Internet shit. Wallets. It makes no sense to me. Right, he probably found his wallet in his pocket later and felt stupid. Probably the wallet's in the trunk, right? Next to the gun. Didn't see it when he grabbed it. Or it's on his dresser at home, right? So you didn't just get fired, you're potentially going to go to jail. You should go to jail. 100%. And he is going to jail. So, you know, we got your address. We got you on camera. And for what? Hope you have a nice life, buddy. Try to give people a job, give them a chance, you know. Paying them good. We start them at $15 an hour. Who the you know? He just started like 3 weeks ago. Never caused a problem, nothing. Throw your whole life away over nothing. And he didn't even know who took the wallet. He just brings a gun in and starts threatening everybody. You don't. 100% no one in the bar took the wallet. If I bet my money on it, it was someone from Five Guys. Just saying. A lot more younger kids work over there, and you know, more potential of thievery. And they're closer to the thing. Our employees don't be back there like that. They're like right by the parking lot. It could have been a customer. Could have been just people from the thing walking by. Why would you think your employees took your wallet? I don't know, bro. Insane. But anyways, I love you guys. So just in case, you know, that would have went left, and you know, I wouldn't be here to tell you, because obviously Bar 7's a super dangerous place to work at. All right, anywhere is a dangerous place to work at. Honestly, you know, anyone can go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at any time, but you know, there's no shame in saying that. You know, have an appreciation for everybody and everything. That would have been a terrible way to go. That's for sure. Getting killed over a fucking wallet. That I didn't steal. But yeah. My dishwasher did nothing wrong and he almost died over it. But hey, it's another day in Detroit, huh? It's not even Detroit, it's Southfield. I don't know, guys. Anyways, Speaking of people out of pocket and doing and going left for no reason, let's Coffee Brown dropped her bars for Miss Hustle, her third round at least. So let's take a listen to that, I guess. Lighten up the mood a little.
Sis you don't even like, cause you's a spook bitch. I ain't gotta like a single bitch in this motherfucker. They ain't gonna do shit, true shit. You the worst type of bitch.
Right, it's always my dishwasher involved in some bullshit.
Think I'm surprised you linked up with rat hoes, a groupie, and a snitch? No, you the first lady of URL. You need a mouse.
Maybe he had no intention of shooting anyone, though. He's just really stupid. Right. I mean, maybe. But in my world, if you pull out a gun, you better fucking use it, bro. Let me tell you something. If my security was anywhere in that vicinity, they would have shot him dead. The second he pulled that gun out. They would have just shot him. He's lucky that he did it in the back. They would have shot him dead. They had their guns drawn looking for him when he was running. Because I went straight to security when he ran to the back. I went straight to the front. They didn't even know what was going on. None of the customers even knew what was going on. Nobody knew. My bartenders didn't even know. After the fact, even after they saw me run to security and it all ended, they didn't even know there was a problem. Like, it only was showing in the back. So I ran to security. I'm like, yo! And they were like, what's up? And then, boom. And I told them real quick, and we drew guns. And we ran to the back. By the time we got back there, he was skeeting off in his car.
Your clip. I know why she need a bitch. Saw your fight footage and it all makes sense. She need a friend because the first lady of URL can't get a shot on her block without assist. I already told y'all everything I got off the muscle. Treat battle rap like Sloss and Ab. Finna make a career off hustle. Beat your face in. I ain't the one to play with till I break every knuckle. My x-rays look mosaic. See, this is character exposure and assassination. Speaking of character exposure and assassination, Ebony and Ivory, duo of goofy bitches, power tripping, acting like y'all friends. Gotta be kidding. She Lil Yachty. Every time she in the city, girl saying she wrote for
Why
basic,
is this 8 minutes
the worst
long?
type of fake. During your 2-on-2, didn't she offer you a place to stay? You said her kids was running around reckless, screaming every day. House was dirty. She barely wrote. You had to make a way before y'all clicked up, said she was ghostwritten by the whole body gang. Keep saying she lost to Loso, then try to battle him to steal her fame. We know misery and joy company. That's why she ain't got a place. Vixen, this ain't your.
It's definitely survival mode, man. Like, all I knew, I couldn't just sit there and watch an execution. These are my employees, bro, and these guys, they're like family. And I'm sitting there watching this, bro. I know he's got a gun. I'm technically sick, but I don't know what he's like. I just said, wow. But I blacked out. Because honestly, I don't remember from the point I screamed to by the time I got to security. I don't remember that whole thing. And I don't remember him running away either. I don't remember that at all. I've been trying to get that memory back, and I can't.
She Medusa. You don't see the snake and stone face? Remy, come get your firstborn. She need a whipping. No, you heard how she be talking shit behind my back. Like bad children. How fake this bitch is, ain't no telling. She said you like the NBA when COVID hit. Rem ain't selling. Call yourself Miss Petty. Bitch, you was a liar and a hater, no in between. And
she's stumbling?
Why would you nickname yourself after the one your sis beef with? Fuck do you mean? How you gonna give her your throne, Remy? She don't even think you the queen. Got a new body? So now you think your record clean? No. Let's talk resume. Your old body of work in dirty sheets. Shouldn't be surprising, because naturally hustle is for the streets. Oh, but you want to be an investment now. You want to be a wifey, a nigga to love you. Latize, Nemesis, Prep, Ryder, Rum, Cal, Goods, J Smooth, Suge, Cal, John, all good investors.
No, we don't have medical. We don't have metal detectives. We have security who pats everyone down when they come in. But again, this was a employee coming in from the back. We don't expect our employees to pull guns out on us.
They put a lot in hustle. You had to get your body done just to face me. How's this a mirror match? Still think she the queen bee. You built like an ant. Let's get into that. I don't want to be like you, the next bitch, or no one else. They say I want to be like her. This bitch don't even want to be herself. A group of pathetic bitches linking up should be ashamed. Big blade. I'll dismember a group of ebony friends like Destiny's Child. saying my name. What you want, bitch? A cookie for saying my name? You don't think Arnetta and Coffee is one and the same? I'm a Gemini. I need both to keep me sane. Let's say my name. Arnetta, real smart, straight A's. Coffee, hitting licks with my uncle, putting bitches on a blade. Arnetta, working since 16, student by day. Coffee, flocker, stuck in my ways. Arnetta, intelligent, uplifting. And Arnetta, professional, intelligent.
It's a tough watch. It's a tough one when they're rapping it like this. It's almost like how she was rapping it live because she was rapping to the camera anyway. So
Intelligent, uplifting, Coffee will fuck off a hustle to stand on business. You dig it? Dirty, flashy bitch in her mid-30s, barely finding independence. I heard you paid about $10K to.
No one believes that the power went out, right? They pulled the plug, 100%, right? No one believes that. Just like no one believes Epstein killed himself, right? It's about the same level of conspiracy. Yeah, I would think it's about the same.
Show your body off. I'll pay $10K to have her face missing. She's just a female prep. Everything fake misrepresenting. Ask about me. Things call me Katara when I had shit in. Snow from Northern Tribe. I even did Sean hand to hands. That's water bending. Ask about me. Dino the Vegas.
Yeah, this is the third, J-Biz.
Trap phone ringing overnight. I eloped with the money flips. What I didn't make, I would take. I'm cutthroat. I had raw and Pepsi. That's fake Coke. Coffee, hustling. Really in the streets. Arnetta, designations, certifications, LLC, a REIT. Coffee, juvenile delinquent. Arnetta, bills ain't in delinquency. Want to know something else about me? See, Arnetta articulate. Coffee like to reach. Arnetta keep it business. Coffee gonna keep her peace. Arnetta want to show beauty. Coffee bring out the beats. Arnetta want to keep it neutral. Wish they wouldn't start with me. Coffee want to tone ebony down 6 feet in mahogany. See your mindset? Too invested in materialistic shit and personals. My mindset got me buying investment property and personals. About my parenting, a bitch with no custody, you should mind yours because you don't know shit about my son. But thanks to your post, I know what to look for and where to find yours. Do you want to play? I'll be everywhere from Harlem to.
Okay, this would have started a fight. Right there. Oh, I know where to look for your son and find yours. Oh, this also probably would have smacked her for that.
126 to say more. Where your people stay. See, I've been above shit lately. Trying to elevate. I'm a broker, real estate advisor, executor on people willing estates. You can ask about me in the Dino. I put my city in their place, got them their first place, legit income still coming through on the plays. So how the fuck bitches know what Coffee and Arnetta go by? But don't mention how they go both ways.
That was a weird little camera cut.
That was the third. How they know what Arnetta and Coffee go by, but don't mention how they go both ways. That's all I was trying to say. And this round would have came after her second, where she was like, big bad Arnetta Brown. I'm comfortable in who I am. Because Arnetta gets the pape.
Arnetta gets the pape. What's the pape? Paper? No way. I've never heard that. I be around, bro. I hear shit. I ain't never heard the pape. Y'all heard that before?
Arnetta Brown. I'm comfortable in who I am. Because Arnetta gets the pape.
Or did she say pay? She said pay or pape? I don't know. Hold on.
Because Arnetta gets the pape.
No, she said pape. She said pape.
See, Arnetta gets the pape. But Coffee is the one that got favors that ain't cashed in with real niggas. That's how you be versatile.
No, she said pape. She said pape. She said it twice.
Why would I be ashamed of being versatile? Why would I be ashamed of being I'm a realtor now. I used to kick people doors in.
You're a realtor now? Legit?
I be selling houses now. Like, why would I be ashamed of that? That's living in my truth.
Pape is old? I've definitely been asleep. Pape is 90s? I'm from the 90s. I don't remember no one saying pape, bro. Come on, man. Come on. I was actually cool back in the 90s. Nobody in Southfield said pape.
Gotta be tough for nobody. I'm actually very happy where I'm at. If y'all follow my Instagram, which is the same as my caffeine, I love selling houses. I love real estate investment. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not out here trying to do lives and ruin myself. I got shit to lose. So I'll always be on the defense. Just like that person said, every time y'all see me coming out about some controversy, it's never me. It will never be me. I have too much on the line to be trying to impress y'all and lose everything. Y'all not gonna get nothing back from me. Not my opponent or nobody.
Alrighty.
What bitches want a cookie for saying my name? You idiot bitches don't know Arnetta and Coffee is one and the same. I'm a Gemini. I need both to keep me sane.
You thought that was Danny Lux? I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Oh, hell no.
Crazy. It was gonna be like a counter angle round because if y'all remember her second round, she was saying blah, 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 blah. If y'all really pay attention to all of my rounds, I counter wrote the whole thing. I counter wrote the whole thing. I already knew what you was gonna say.
Danny gets the paper.
And when you click up with the same bitches that have been beef with me for 4 years that I've never been around, I'm gonna know exactly what you're gonna say because they've been saying the
90s in the last 5 years is a huge difference. So I don't know what y'all talking about.
years. So that's why I was able to counter right. And I think that like that's gonna be one of the scariest things about me. Everybody's gonna try to take the same angles, you know, try to take the same narratives, and me being able to counter right and rebuttal is gonna make.
Who can Coffee even battle at this point? It doesn't seem like it's just so much drama around her, you know? Whether it's her fault or not, it's just too much. Too many people hate her. You know? I don't know. Speaking of willing to do anything and to risk your life or whatever, this was crazy. This was insane. This is what I like, you know. Salute to Hitman, bro. My thing is this, and you guys could say I'm wrong. I'm fine for being wrong here. I don't care. And I'm not criticizing. Again, you don't know how you're gonna react or anything like that. But why didn't he call? Why wasn't the cops called right away? Why would? That's the only issue I have here. And he said he called his boy to go there. Like you got come on, man. If someone's in your house, you gotta call the cops, bro. Like right away. But I mean, this is insane, bro, and it's a nightmare.
You feel better with the with that medicine stuff? I just got on live right quick to really say like, bro, like it's hard. It's like I know they tell me like you hit man, like you gotta block out shit. You gotta learn how to let people say whatever, you know, you famous now, whatever. There's just something, like, I just can't keep letting, I'm just so, like again, I've been working on, I don't have to prove myself to nobody, we don't have to, but it's just dumbass comments, bro. Like, let me first say that I appreciate everybody that posted about Cinnamon, that sent text messages and DMs and
it just doesn't make any sense that he didn't call the police. He tells his story here, and not once did they call the police. His buddy, who he called to go there, is the one who called the police when he got there. And he said he watched this whole thing go down on FaceTime.
He sent that energy our way because what we just
went not criticizing him, just asking a question. That's how I look at things.
Went through what she really.
I'm not gonna criticize someone who just went through this, but. It just I don't understand. Like, you gotta call the police, man, especially when your woman's there alone with 4 strangers in the house. If it's insensitive, I mean, we can have an adult conversation about it, but
really went through, it's like unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? That like for people to just be writing, tagging me and saying this for clout and making this up and like. It's just like unbelievable, bro. It's like,
why don't you love when they screen record?
I don't need more like. And it's people. I'm saying people that, you know, even though that shouldn't even matter. But I'm just, y'all know me. I'm just the type to. It's hard for me to block stuff off. Like it's hard for me to just let comments slide. It's hard. So it's just like I got better at it, but it's like I can't keep letting them. Bro, I'm not even I'm a new rapper, man. I'm gonna sell 100 copies. Like I'm not gonna do all this for promote no album, bro. Like.
I haven't heard anything about the people getting caught. You'd think you have like cameras, but maybe they were wearing like masks and stuff. I don't know.
But I do also want to just let y'all know.
And then, you know, there's always this, It's speculate. It's hard to speculate. It's hard to speculate, especially in a trying time like this. Luckily, she's okay, and she's getting through it. Like I could just imagine if that was me and I had Ponce. But first thing I would do is call the police. Then I'd maybe call back and try to get Ponce back on the phone. But I would immediately call 911 immediately. Like I wouldn't even hesitate. You know, maybe like like just for instance, let him tell the story.
Like, what happened? You know, like, I'm not. If I was really trying to be clout and do it for clout, I would have just saved this story for the
Who's
radio.
saying this
or
was
any
for
last
clout?
time,
That doesn't
whatever.
make sense. For clout, like that doesn't make sense to me. What do you mean clout? Who's saying that? Why are you even responding to people talking about clout?
You can say this story, bro. I just want to. That's in the public eye. You know, it's secretive with they stuff. And so, of course, you know, I was out of town. You know, and I was just leaving the basketball gym. Whatever. It was like midnight. I was out of town, my little brother. And then we was playing basketball. And you know, I said I got home. Well, I got to his house. I was gonna get in the shower. It was like 12:30 in Kansas City time. It was like 12 o'clock in Kansas City time, 1 o'clock Atlanta time. And I'm like, I'm finna get in the shower. I said, you know what? Let me just call Cinnamon. See what, you know, I know she's asleep. Let me wake up and bother her. Let me call Cinnamon. You know, I just happened to FaceTime her before I got in the shower. You know, and she answered. I'm like, what's up, baby? She like, it's funny you just called me. I'm like, well, what happened? She said, I just jumped out my sleep. I'm like, why? She said, Benny just started barking. I think I heard something. You know, so.
Well, you got a dog too? I didn't catch that the first time. You got a dog too?
I checked the cameras. I checked every camera. I checked when she turned the alarm on everything. I'm like, baby, you couldn't have heard nothing, I don't think, because, you know, you cut the alarm on 4
Did they kill the dog?
hours ago. And
Because, bro, if there's people coming in and there's a dog there, bro, I don't even care what kind of dog it is. They're going crazy. And unless you kill the dog, you're getting the fuck out of there.
we ain't alerted that somebody was outside the cameras or nothing, so I think you just, you know,
Again, I'm just, you know, I don't want to come off like, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just trying to, like, it's just crazy. Like when I hear stories like that, because I just literally went through like, I wouldn't say similar, but like, I don't know, like almost, you know. So I'm trying to think, like, what could I have done better? Like, what could I have done to make me to make this situation like you know what I mean? So you want to learn from things. So it's like, all right, you got to, like, the first thing I'm like, you got to have, like, dogs are important, right? Especially for people, for home invasions. Like, mostly home invaders, they wouldn't want to come to a house with with dogs there because it's like, it's annoying. You know, it's another thing you got to deal with. You know, alarm system. I think he mentions that, and he's talking about the lawsuit. We'll see. I don't know what that means. What kind of alarm? I don't even understand the alarm system part. Like, I would want to know how to, and like, why is my alarm that stupid? And then he would have tore him up 100%.
me and Cinnamon have been through a few situations where, you know, she kind of paranoid for some things that happen in the future. I mean, in the past or whatever. So, you know, she always on high alert, which is cool to be too. So I'm like, baby, I think you just tripping, you know. So
And then he's looking at his cameras. I don't know how, because wouldn't you be looking on your cameras on your? Again, I'm not trying to be insensitive, man. I don't whatever. You guys want to take it that way? I mean, I'm not. I like to analyze these type of things because I want to learn from them. I think you all should try to learn from them. How is he looking at his cameras if he's on the phone with her? Because what does he have, his laptop?
So we just kind of talking. Then she jumped up like, so I'm looking at her, I'm like, you know, she grabbed her gun on the other side of her bed, you know, and took the dog in the closet.
Took the dog where?
I'm like, what's going on? She grabbed her gun on the other side of her bed, you know, and took the dog in the closet. I'm like,
took the dog in the closet. So maybe she has like a little chihuahua or something. That could be it. You can multitask on FaceTime now. You're absolutely. James makes a great point. Thank you, James. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot the new software. I do it all the time. What am I thinking? Hopefully, if he has the new software downloaded, you can multitask on FaceTime. It does a Picture in picture. You're right, 100%. Thank you, James.
Like, I'm like, what's going on? She's like, baby, somebody in here. Somebody's in this house. So I'm like, all right.
I wonder if he has a little, like, she has a little, like, you know, little silly dog.
You know, I call my man who
You just put the dog in the closet. Like, you don't do that. You gotta have pits, man. You got some real dogs, man.
live around the corner. I'm like, yo.
I don't think that. Honestly, I don't think the home invasion will ever be used against him. I think it'll be. It's too touchy of a subject. You can't. I think whoever does do it, if you never know. But Hitman doesn't usually battle like bottom tier battlers like that. So I don't think anyone would use it against him. It'd be very tacky to do that, and it would. I think it would backfire. It would totally backfire. At least in the next year or so. Maybe in like a year from now. And you know how people get like, you know, like after 9/11, no one could make 9/11 jokes. And then now, now they make jokes. So.
Yo, my camera's not working, bro. My camera's not working. I need you to go to my house. Somebody in my house.
Y'all need to chill, bro. The battle rap community.
And, you know, send me by ourselves. She in the closet. I just need you to go to my house. You know, he's like, all right, I'm on my way.
See, he calls his friend and not the police. Go to the house. And the guy gets there while the people are running out. So the police would have for sure been there before that. But police, it depends where you are. I'm sure Rich Hitman has a big house. He lives in a nice neighborhood. They would have came quick. All right? Yeah, if he's in Detroit on 7 Mile and he calls the cops, yeah, they might take 45 minutes. I get it. But that's not the case here. And then you are putting your friend in danger. That's another thing. Like you are. The friend could have got killed with them. Imagine if he got there before they ran out the house.
So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I had Simon on the phone. I'm like, baby, you sure you hear something? She said, baby, it's getting louder and louder. I'm still looking at my cameras. I'm like, I don't see nothing. No alarm on the camera. I don't see nothing. I'm like, so I'm
And he doesn't see anything on his cameras. That's crazy.
just staying calm. Like, okay.
4 people. Like, what? You must not have good cameras, or at least positioned correctly. How big is his house?
I'm like,
And that's another thing. He has a big house. The police would have been there instantly, bro. Especially if you send his home invasion. You got your woman's there.
you in my closet. We got all the ARs. We got everything in there. You're in the safest place in the house. Stay there. Stay right there. You know, so she's looking. I'm still seeing her face. Her face, like, she telling me to do this because they're getting louder and louder. So now, we kind of find out, it's 4 guys. They upstairs. They going through rooms. She's like, baby, they upstairs now. They upstairs. I said, baby. I said, they gonna come. I said, they gonna come where you at. I said, I can't let you go like this. You have to shoot. Because they gonna come in the room and they gonna come in there. You gotta shoot.
I don't again. I'm just trying to analyze this for trying to learn, right? Trying to learn from the situation. It's a grown-up discussion. If you can't have a grown-up discussion about this, you can leave. Is that okay? So I got Ponce on the phone. I'm away. She's talking about there's home invaders. I don't call the cops. I send Rafi over to go see what's going on. Okay, so that's where we are so far. Send my cousin Rafi to go find out what's going on. Tell her to grab the gun, and the second they start coming through, start shooting. Is that the proper? You guys think again? He made it like he's making these decisions on the fly. So I'm not. Nothing I'm saying here is a condemnation of what he did at all. Because I know how they're gonna try to spin this. I already know this community is so sensitive. I get it. This is not a condemnation about anything that he did. He just did what he did. Again, trying to figure out how to learn from this. Is the smartest thing to do is to start shooting right when they come in? I think so. Or does she hide? Did she only get shot because she was shooting? Would they have killed her if they found her? That's a lot of different questions, right? don't know. I just don't understand home invasions. Like, what are they there to steal, or what are they there for? Did they end up stealing shit? That's another question we don't know. Usually home invaders don't want to kill you. They want to grab and go.
I said, baby. I said,
They usually wouldn't go in when there's someone home. It's usually something they would do when they made sure no one's home.
it's real life. It's real life, baby. I said, hey, like, please listen to me. You gotta shoot. She's like, okay. I said, baby, get my AR. I said, get the AR. Take it off safety. I said, every gun in there is loaded for this reason, for you. I know it's a big gun. I know it's that. But I promise you, if you just shoot that, they're gonna hear that and they don't want no smoke. I said, get the AR.
I see where his logic is. So if she starts shooting, they don't want no smoke, so they're just gonna run out. I understand that logic 100%. I get that. The problem that he said that she didn't grab the AR, she grabbed her fucking handgun, bro. The AR, she could have started shooting, right? And probably took him out if she was. But does she know how to handle it? It's another problem. You can't just start shooting like that. So I get that. Start shooting before right when they start opening the door, start shooting. That actually makes sense to me. But it's again risky, especially for a woman, and you don't know how many people you're dealing with and what type of people you're dealing with. But is it your last chance? And you're not thinking, just like I blacked out. She probably doesn't remember half the stuff she was doing anyways. 100%.
So she pulled the AR out. And then in the midst of her doing that,
Semi, yeah, it's probably semi. But still, even a semi.
kicked the bedroom door was locked. They kicked the door. Boom. And I'm hearing it. I'm like, baby, they in there. I said, baby, come. I said, you just stay right there. They got to come to you. You don't leave that closet. They got to come to you. Soon they come to you, baby, and shoot.
It's like, but right when the home invaders realized someone was in the bedroom, why were they going towards there? Their instinct should have thought the cops were being called and they're on their way at that point. Because if there's someone in there, the cops are on their way. Why are they still there, man? Lots of open questions, man. I'm just looking at this as a detective, man. Like if I was on, like I'm trying to figure this out. I want to learn from this situation and see what I would have done, which who knows, because I probably would just react off instinct anyways. But then I'm trying to look at it like, it's just like these stories are weird, man. I'm trying to get into the mind of a fucking home invader and what were they thinking?
Well, at this time, she looking at the phone. So she looking at the phone like, I see her like this. So my little brother like, Cinnamon, look at the door. Look at the door, Cinnamon. Look at the door. Don't worry about the phone. Look at the door. But to come to find out, she got on her phone and she hit the panic thing on her phone for the alarm. Boom.
Wait, she hit the panic on the phone for her alarm. Mind you, the police have still not been called yet.
Panic thing came boom. They heard it. They didn't care. They came through the other doors.
So she finally got the alarm to hit the panic. So now the panic went off. She got the alarm to go off. They didn't care. And they kept still trying to get in. So they have to be under the assumption the police are on their way, even though they haven't been called yet. The alarm's going off. They didn't care. And they're still trying to get into the bedroom to what? At this point, the invasion's gone wrong. And we need to leave the situation. You know, cut all ties. All right, get what we got and get the fuck out. But they're continuing on to get into that room to deal with whatever's in there. That I just don't understand.
She looked at me and said, baby, they coming. They right here in front of the door. I said, she ain't pick up my AR though. She picked up her handgun and I begged her.
So she doesn't pick up the AR, she got the handgun.
To pick up the AR because I ain't want her in no shootout. with, you know what I'm saying, with her handgun, which is, you know, she got a nice gun, but I'm like, if it's 4 niggas in there, I don't want my baby no shootout. I want her to have an AR and kill everybody.
How did he know there was 4 at the time? Could he see them on the camera at this point? Because remember, he couldn't see him on the camera. Was he multitasking with the phone, with the FaceTime and the camera?
Just kill everybody in there. Kill everybody. That's what I'm doing. Just shoot, baby. Just all you gotta do is shoot.
Howie, at this point, it doesn't matter. When your woman's in danger and your life's in danger, I don't care if he's got fucking 50 kilos of cocaine in there. You call the policeman. What's the difference if you're dead? You're gonna risk your life? What does Hitman have in there? He ain't selling drugs. Even if he was, so what? What, was his AR illegal? He never said he saw them. They weren't caught, but he knows there was 4.
So they was coming, and she said, "They coming, baby, they coming." I said, "Put the phone down." I said, "I need you to put the phone down, stand up, away from the door. As soon as the door knob twists, I need you to shoot. Don't wait." I said, "Baby, as soon as the door knob, shoot." So,
the police would have been there by now, 100%. You can't convince me otherwise. At least you take that chance to get them there. They would have been there by now. His friend made it there. Where does he live? Was he across the street?
you know, they start twisting the doorknob. I said, "Shoot, baby, shoot, baby, shoot." She started shooting, and she started shooting. And they shot back, and then I guess one hit her, and so one hit her.
No, you can multitask on iPhones. We got the new software. You can definitely do it now. Your FaceTime turns into a picture-in-picture, and it just goes into your thing. You can make it big or small, and you can do everything else you want. Come on, guys.
I guess, but when she shot, they woke them up because they were scared or whatever. Because come looking at all the bullets and shit, they were just
It's something new to the iPhone.
shooting. They was like, they didn't know what was going on. She shot, and they ran. But I'm on FaceTime on the floor, just looking up. So after she shot, and the shootout, it was like 8 shots. Like 4 minutes passed. She didn't get back in the camera, didn't say nothing. I'm calling like, Cinnamon. I thought they killed her. I'm like, Cinnamon, please go to the
We just caught up.
Please come back to the phone. And I already feel bad because I always got to travel and leave her by herself. That wouldn't have happened if I was there. I would have killed everybody, bro. I would have killed everybody. And I wouldn't even call the cops. I would have killed everybody. I would have left them in the house.
See, that's what I don't understand. He said if I was there, I would have killed everybody and wouldn't have called the cops. What is this, like, guys? I understand the police, this, that, here goes Prada. But come on, man. Like, you guys got to be realistic at some point. You got to call the cops, bro. You have to call the cops. You can't just kill everyone and not call the cops. What are you talking about? You have to call the cops. Your wife's in danger. Call the cops. It's not the Wild Wild West. Like, what were you going to do? You're going to kill everybody and hide the bodies?
They would still be in the house, you know. So, you know,
I don't even know why he even said that. They would still be in the house. Like, maybe he's just bugging out, bro.
So she didn't respond. But remember, I called my man. So by the time the shootout happened, he got there. He like, "Yo, 4 niggas just ran out the door, bro." I'm like, "Let them run." My girl, she not answering. "Please go in there, bro." I'm like, "Just please go in there. Go in there." No. So, you know, he get up there. He was calling. Then all of a sudden, she got back conscious and was just like, she like, "Help."
Mind you, he said 4 some odd minutes go by. Because, mind you, no cops have been called yet. So at least if the cops were called, they would have gotten there and attended to her after being shot. Mind you, 4 minutes after the shots went off, he didn't hear nothing.
She's like, "Help." I'm like, "Baby." I'm like, my KO there, he there. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Please don't eat her. So you get there. She was laying on her face. She got hit. And I don't really know she got hit in her cheek and it went out her head. She was laying on her face. She would have bled out if my KO probably went and get there. So he got there, you know, and he took her up and she's like, "I can't feel my leg." She's like,
Did you hear that? She would have bled out if my friend didn't get there and do what? Do what? Call the cops. She would have bled out if my friend didn't get there to call the cops. Your friend didn't stop her from dying. He had to get there to call the police, which they should have been called 10 minutes ago.
I can't feel nothing. I'm like, baby, stay calm. He there, he called the cops for me, and
And in that 4 minutes while she was down and you didn't know what was going on, how did you not call the cops at that point? Like, do you hear what I'm saying? Does it come off as insensitive, bro? I'm sorry. But I'm just looking at this in a different way. So we don't make these mistakes in the future. All right? If your girl's laying down there for 4 minutes and you're still on the phone with her and you're not calling the police, I think that's not a good move. I know they'll call me racist and whatever because people are children, man. It's fine. I'm dealing with it. I don't care anymore. People are children. Can't have adult conversations in this community. Everybody's super sensitive, and we can't have actual real conversations anymore. But actually we could by just not giving a fuck about what people think about you. So.
he called the cops. Everybody came, come to find out, man. I'm suing the security company for shit.
You're suing the security company. I'm still confused of why.
So these dumb ass motherfuckers sold me some sensors that only work if you lift the fucking window. I'm like, what kind of dumb ass shit is that, bro?
What security has sensors that only lift when you open the windows, bro? What are you talking about? So how did they get in?
I'm like, who the fuck needs sensors for a window that you got to just open? Ain't nobody gonna break in no house from the inside. So they broke a window and got in without no sensors going on.
So they broke the window and didn't lift it and went through the actual window because it didn't lift. Could that could be plausible, right? I'm trying to think of my windows. I have ADT. Is that not plausible? I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. You break the window. And instead of lifting it, which is crazy because you're going to get cut. You're going to get cut up. But maybe they knew if you lift it, it goes off. And if you don't lift it, it doesn't go off. Very plausible. Definitely plausible. I'm thinking it is plausible. I don't know for sure. That's interesting. I never thought about it like that. The alarm does go off when you open the window, not if you break it. But how would the alarm be if you broke it? Like that doesn't, unless there's like a sensor around the thing, it makes sense. You break it, it doesn't go off, right? Yeah, and I never have my security system on when I'm at home. Never. So did she? Was it on and it still didn't get through? Now she might have because she's alone at home. My mom would put the alarm on when she's alone at home, which I never understood. Well, I guess I understand it, but it was annoying because I'd come home when I used to live there and I have to turn the alarm off, and I'm like, "You're home." She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." Well, it could have been the glass breaking. Yeah. That is true, Flea. But I'm thinking now. I think that's how my system is. Does anyone in the chat have an alarm that if you break the window, it goes off? You would have to lift it. That's where the sensor is, right? Well, I don't know. What's this other alarm type? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys, I don't even know if mine's like that. I'm pretty sure that's how mine is. Shall we test it? I'll break the window. But still, anyone who broke my windows couldn't just go through them without lifting it. That's one thing. Unless they totally unless they cleaned it off, they would get cut. They would get cut the fuck up. And 4 dudes came through. And how big's the window? Maybe it's a big window. Maybe it's a glass window, like a door glass window. Breaking glass is the alarm? It's crazy. Do I need to rethink my security system? I mean, I don't have a big house. I mean, it's relatively, like, I'm sure he has a big house, right? So it's a little different. People can come in from anywhere. I notice anybody trying to get in here instantly. So would Prada or Nene. They start barking when people just start walking down the street. Like, they're annoying.
I'm suing.
Mission Impossible laser cutters, damn.
I'm suing the fuck out of them. You know, and I ain't have to do this, bro. I
don't think you're gonna win that lawsuit, fam. Just keeping it real. I get it, but I don't think you're gonna win that lawsuit. Especially if you signed it and they probably in the paperwork it shows you that this is how it works. Honestly, I think if you're gonna learn a lesson here, Hitman, you got lucky, and thankfully nothing happened. It's just serious. But honestly, if there's a lesson to be learned here, you call the police like yesterday. The second you had, just call them, man. Don't take no chances, man. Don't be thinking they're gonna be racist and no, bro, stop. Don't do that. Even if they're racist, so what? Hopefully they you get come on, man.
I didn't. But I just they're playing with my motherfucking baby. No fucking game, bro. No, she ain't deserve this. Take that shit up with me, man. If niggas want me, niggas want to rob me, niggas want to shoot me, take that shit up with me, bro. My girl don't do nothing to nobody, bro. You brought in the house and doing that kind of shit.
See, and that's one other thing I don't want to come off as insensitive, but when you're saying this, Hitman, you're saying, why would they do anything to her? If you want to rob me, but she shot first. Just saying, she did shoot first. They shot back. Should they have been in the house? Of course not. I think they're evil people who deserve, if they would have killed anybody, obviously the death penalty, and if not, then how long did Adi Boom get for his shit? And anyways, they put it was attempted murder at this point, but she shot first, but she had every right to shoot first. Not saying she shouldn't have shot. She had every 100%. I don't care if she would have killed all 4 of them. All right, she's innocent. She ain't doing a second in jail. However, they just shot back. I don't know if it was he's making an implication here like they were looking for him. Like, that's what he's doing. He's making it seem like this was like a hit, like looking for him. Or to get at her to get at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a retaliation type thing. You do be getting into stupid beefs, man. All right? We know what happened. I'm not even implicating anything. I'm just saying. You're making that implication right now.
Shit, ain't got no.
And where does he live? Is this St. Louis?
Where I'm at. Y'all know where my show's at. Leave it up with me. If niggas got problems with me, if niggas want to wait until whatever the problem is, I'm going to have a flyer or anything, bro. I'm everywhere. Come see me, bro. My girl don't got nothing. She don't deserve it. My fucking girl neck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, that shit just drive me crazy that I was there helpless, man. Like, I just felt, man, watching my girl, 4 niggas in the house just watching my girl on FaceTime for her life, and I'm out of town. That shit whack, bro. I just want to say, man, I appreciate everybody. Bro. Checked in with her and everything. She recovering and all that. And just pray for her. But I'm saying, pray for me.
Atlanta? That's interesting.
The thoughts in my motherfucking head, bro. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers know how we get to thinking, bro. I'm just going through it.
Marcus, I'm not going to speculate. I don't know, bro. Again, I feel like just even having this discussion, a lot of people are going to be angry about it. And I understand to a point, but I think we can have a grown-up conversation about it. She didn't die. She looks like she's gonna be fine. So thank God for that. But I tend to try to learn from these type of situations, and it puts my life and every what I just went through today at the bar. It puts like life into perspective, and what could you do right and what could you do wrong. I honestly could have made the wrong move by screaming at that guy. He could have, bro. When he had the gun on my dishwasher and I screamed at him, he could have just looked up and shot at me, bro, and I could have been killed easily. All right, maybe that was the wrong move. Maybe I made the wrong move. But again, we're moving on instinct. So it's hard to. I'm not condemning anything he did. I'm just trying to listen and see what we can learn and do better. And I think the biggest thing to come out of all this is you call that police instantly. And if your instincts taught you not to, that's a problem. Your instinct, especially with you're not there. You have her on the phone. It's four people on 4-1. She needs all the help she can get. Because you had time to call your friend. That's my thing. If you had time to call your friend, then you had time to call the police. And sending your friend over there was like not the smartest move either.
I don't want to make it. It's already, I don't know who. I just want to blame everybody. And I don't know. I just want to say that. The only time I'm telling that story, let Cinnamon heal and just send love. If y'all ain't got to believe it, whatever, just leave it alone, though. Just send y'all love. Y'all don't care. Just don't. Everybody who cared, send love our way. I want to appreciate everybody who called and checked in on us.
All right, so that's that's a crazy situation all in all, and I'm just happy it didn't result in a death, and that she seems to be okay. Yeah, it's just wild. Life's crazy, huh? Life is crazy. It just sounds so crazy, and I'm sure the detectives are gonna have a long road on this one. No, I heard that the friend 100% confirmed when he got there, he saw 4 people running out. That's what he saw. So he got there when they were still in the house. Okay. 4 minutes went by. He's sitting on the FaceTime with her as she's been shot. And then he shows up, calls the police, and they get the ambulance there and save her life. So I think the lesson learned there is that they should have been called instantly. Maybe they would have got there while they were still there. Maybe they would have got there before she got shot. You never know. Maybe just the sound of the police coming, they would have ran. Once they hear the sirens, let's get the fuck out of here. But it's all hindsight, right? It's all hindsight. No, she didn't die. Apparently it went through her cheek and out the back of her head. That's crazy. Like just think about that projection. It must have went through here and then out. Crazy. All right. So now I guess we'll try to lighten the mood up, but this doesn't really lighten the mood up. I want to get into the Joe Rogan CNN situation because I think CNN is a disgusting outlet for news. And they're propagandists. And when I heard that Joe Rogan was going to have Dr. Sanjay Gupta on, who's a CNN doctor, all right, analysis doctor, whatever you want to call him. And I know Joe and CNN have been going back and forth and he was thinking about suing them because they said he took horse dewormer, which was a lie. Was that Madison Hughes? And yeah, but they know what they were doing. And I was like, how? She's always breaking shit. Can you even hear me? I think she broke my mic. Anyways. Yeah, I'm great. Stupid slut over here. She tore the cord off, tore my headphones off, and I almost broke the mic. Is it working? Hello? Can you hear me? She tore the cord right out of it. And for what? What do you want? You want to go outside? Huh? Shut up! Stand her. Father said, fuck this thing. Anyways, I don't even know what I was saying. Oh. So when I heard he was gonna have him on, usually Joe is not too you thought it was a breaking glass situation, bro. I want to watch the replay. Usually Joe doesn't get too combative with his guests. He's usually very okay, but that's not what happened here, bro. But before we get into that, listen. This is what I want to. Let's look at this maniac right here. Watch this maniac right here. This guy's pure evil, in my opinion. He's pure evil. All right, and honestly, someone needs to smack the. All right, let's not go there. Let's not. Nothing needs to happen to him physically. He needs to just be mentally just disgusting. He's one of the most disgusting people on the internet, and in life. Listen to this loser. Listen to this loser.
Afraid. You're afraid. Afraid.
See, Keith wants you to know that you're a terrible person for choosing to remain unvaccinated.
Time to stop coddling the people who won't get the shot.
While he's already on his first booster shot.
Booster shot. Mission accomplished.
Because the vaccine works so well.
And it is. It is time to stop coddling them. The ones who won't get the damn shot already. And our first step, you and I, is symbols. The language we use. We call these people vaccine hesitant, vaccine skeptics, anti-vax. We say they're protesting mandates and passports. They're making a personal choice. They're waiting for more information. They're making a medical decision. Bullshit! They're afraid.
We're afraid. No, sir, you're afraid. You're afraid of getting sick. You're afraid of catching a little flu. All right? You want to shut the whole world down over a hyped up flu. A flu on steroids, whatever you want to call it. You're afraid.
They're afraid to get vaccinated. Stop feeding their egos about what they're doing. Stop legitimizing it. Vaccine hesitant, they're afraid.
You're afraid. Why don't you go in the corner, crawl in the corner, and shut up and hide for the rest of your life? You think because you got this, huh? You're good? Do you even know how it works? You're going to need the shit only works for a few months, and then you're going to need a booster and another booster and another booster, and you can still get it. And by the way, do you guys know, this isn't a conspiracy theory or nothing like that, so this is a fact. Last month in Britain, 70% of all COVID deaths were people who were fully vaccinated. Go ahead. That is not a conspiracy theory. That's what's happened. 70% of all COVID deaths in Britain last month were vaccinated. Fully, by the way.
Well, I was vaccine hesitant, but after this old man with crazy eyes yelled at me for 2 minutes, I've changed my mind.
Afraid!
Inject me now. Now that I've been calmly reassured.
I thought this was the whole video, though. This is Paul Joseph Watson. I thought I pulled the whole video, but I guess I pulled it off his site.
By this
I want to watch the whole video.
placid picture
Does it
of
play the whole video?
prudence, I'll be booking my appointment. Insult.
Your personal choice, they're afraid.
He does play.
2016. Yeah, I'd like to report the theft of an insult.
Vaccine skeptics, they're afraid. Anti-vax, they're afraid. They're protesting mandates and passports. They're afraid. They're making a personal choice. They're afraid. They're waiting for more information. Afraid. They're making a medical decision to be afraid.
No, I like Paul Joseph. He's from InfoWars, right?
Afraid of the vaccine. Afraid of being proved wrong. Afraid of doing what anybody else in the world tells them to do. Afraid of needles.
I'm afraid of that dude, bro. Look at him. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? This is the most insane thing I've ever heard, bro. It really is. You know, he's definitely from InfoWars. I remember. Hold on. Let me just. I feel bad for Prada. You know. Let me see if she has to go outside. She probably doesn't. But hold on.
tells them to do. Afraid of needles.
Oh, piss off. Hundreds of thousands of US troops haven't taken the vaccine. Is that because they're afraid of needles? I'd like to see Olbermann tell just one of the 25% of US Marine Corps personnel who haven't taken the jab that they're afraid to their face.
Afraid.
In some areas of America, 50% of nurses who fought COVID on the front lines haven't taken the shot. Are they afraid, Keith?
Afraid.
According to Olbermann, who else is afraid? According to the CDC, as of October 4th, only 46% of black Americans had received at least one shot of the COVID jab.
He's talking to y'all. Y'all afraid. 57% of the black community is afraid.
So according to Olbermann, over half of the African American population is afraid.
Afraid.
Can we send Olbermann to the south side of Chicago to tell them all to their face that they're a bunch of pussies?
Yes.
I'd like to see that. And to top it all off, he's angrily lecturing us all from his multi-million-dollar penthouse overlooking
Exactly.
Central Park. Yeah, that righteously indignant Edward R. Murrow man of the people impersonation doesn't really work when you're punching down, you prat.
We have to stop coddling the morons who will not get the shot.
What? Who? You really you fixed your lips to say those sentence. We gotta stop coddling the morons who are afraid to get the shot. Wow. This is some next level crazy cuckoo-ness, bro. What happened to this dude, man? Was he ever normal or was I stupid? Like, I used to think he was all right. He used to be like a baseball guy, too. He was into sports. He went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when Trump came into office. I know that much. How did that Russian collusion go, Olbermann? Yeah, I know. We just brushed that under the rug, didn't we? But I'm just saying, like, this guy, I've known this guy for years. This guy, he's really lost his marbles, man. He's always been wild. Yeah, maybe it was just I didn't notice it. I know. I'm not talking about I'm talking about from like years ago, from like 20 years ago.
We start by calling them what they are. They are all snowflakes.
This is so cringy. You're snowflakes. Oh, God. This isn't 2014 anymore, bro. Nobody says snowflakes anymore. This is so stupid. Y'all are snowflakes. Oh, you got us, bro. Is he being serious, though? He has, right? He's not. Is he like doing like a comedy skit? Snowflakes get the pape. Oh, that's hilarious. I still have people are idiots pinned. We'll change that. Just that one. Let me pin that one. Snowflakes get the pape. That's a fact. Replace pin message. Oh.
And cowards and idiots and losers.
Snowflakes, cowards, and losers. Because we don't want to get an experimental drug that's not technically a vaccine. You can say it is, but it's not really a vaccine. It's an experimental drug. Salute to Kyrie Irving. Can we get a salute? He's getting a lot of hate right now, and I don't understand why. Why would someone who's actually sticking to his principles and willing to, lose all this money and all this stuff and not just go along, why would he get hate? He should be held. I don't want to say he's a hero, but I mean, he's doing hero-ish type of stuff. You know, it's not hard. Like everyone, it's easier just to get it. Salute to Kyrie Irving.
And most importantly, they are afraid.
And again, I don't care if you got it. I'm not going to say you're stupid. You're a loser. How could you get the jab? You're a hero. No, like what would be the opposite? Like I don't like. It's fine. I'm not even saying don't get it. I don't know. I personally don't want to get it. If you want to get it, okay. What does that? How does that affect me? It doesn't affect me. And it doesn't affect you because if your thing actually did what it was supposed to do, then why would the unvaccinated affect your life if you're vaccinated, sir? Why are 70% of the people who are fully vaccinated in England dying from COVID, sir? Huh? Explain that to me. Why are kids between 12 and 15 have 8 times more likely to die from the jab than they are to be hospitalized from the fucking COVID to begin with? Because children don't get sick. Children don't die. There's literally been, what? Since COVID started, what 400 or 500 children that have died from it in 2 years of all the hundreds of thousands, and of that 400 or 500, they already had underlying conditions, like 95% of them, and it was like only like 2 or 3. It's literally like 10 children that didn't have underlying conditions that died from COVID since this thing started. But yeah, we know more kids. There was a story I read the other day that 15-year-old kid who went and got it and had a heart attack right after and is dead right now. And if he would have got COVID, there's almost a 0% chance he would have even got sick from COVID. But yeah, he's dead now. You're gonna tell the children, like the parents, that they're afraid now? You sound insane, sir. It's a personal choice. Stop with this public shaming. You people are insane. And I say you people in the most disrespectful way possible. You people.
I'll tell you what I'm not afraid of, unlike you it seems. A virus which in my age group, if I get it, I have a 99.8% chance of...
Thank you. Thank you, Paul Joseph Watson. If you aren't subscribed to him, he only has 1.8 million subscribers. Go do it. Hit the like button while you're there. So many people hit the like button here. Let's see. We got 20 likes, 3 dislikes. Y'all can do better. Y'all can do better. Bro, forget the restrictions, bro. Like, we're in Michigan, right? Where we had Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Whitmer, right? But ever since she's lifted the restriction, we've had no restrictions. We have no restrictions right now. We are open. Michigan's open, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this. Michigan is open. It's been open ever since she was cuckoo. And all right, it's been open. All right. I don't actually like. I'm not in a COVID. This is not New York. We don't live in a COVID world right now. Everyone's going about their business. They're going to clubs. They're going to bars. They're doing this. They're doing that. Nobody got masks on. Nobody's doing anything. Everybody's been chill. It's been months. It's been months. So what the fuck are we talking about? Look at those rates of survival. Look. I'm sorry, 70 and older. You guys get vaccinated. Y'all stayed the fuck away from people. Let the rest of us live our fucking lives, bro. Seriously, enough's enough. Enough is enough. So what? You got COVID. You're gonna get over it. Remember when you had the measles or chicken pox when I was younger? If our cousin would get it, they'd send us over to get it. Because if you got it when you're young, it's fine. But if you get it when you're older, you could die or some shit like that. I don't remember what the logic was. Right? So, cousin Patrice got it. Everyone, let's go over there, all right, and lick her face so we can get it. That's how it was. You're more likely to get hit by lightning 78 times than to die from this shit. You get sick, you move on. People act like they're scared to get it. We're all going to end up getting it. It's just a fact. We're all going to get it. Just get it. Get the antibodies and move on. The antibodies are stronger than the actual fucking vaccine. Now, if you got a vaccine in the next 5 years that is proven to not be harmful and this, that, and the other, then maybe I'll decide to take it. Probably not, because I don't trust y'all motherfuckers anymore. But at that point, it's actually, at least it's like a real, it's an actual vaccine. All right? Because people are like, polio, what about polio? Polio's been tested and proven. You fucking dum-dums. Where is Prada still outside?
Survival. And anyway, Keith, if you're fully vaxxed with your little booster shot and everything, then why do you appear to be, what's the word? Oh yeah, afraid. This is a crank who's so self-deluded, he spent the Trump years calling himself the Resistance, while laboriously peddling literal deep state fake news talking points about the Russian collusion hoax. What happened, Keith? You used to take on the mass surveillance and the illegal wars under both Bush and Obama. Now you're just a bloviating, drooling mouthpiece for Big Pharma and the Biden White House. Relentless official propaganda demonizing the unvaccinated is being pumped out by the corporate and state media, government leaders, health officials, and shrieking fanatics on social media. The unvaccinated are the new official untermenschen, an underclass of subhuman others the new normal masses are being conditioned to hate. The tweet that accompanied Olbermann's video is almost as cringe. Hey Joe Rogan, nice to hear you pause from gargling goat urine or whatever you did instead of overcoming your fear of the vaccine to call me unhinged for pointing out what terrified snowflakes you and your clown car of followers are. He's really pissed off about that unhinged thing. Goat urine is a reference to Rogan taking ivermectin after he caught COVID. CNN then deliberately lied in claiming that Rogan had taken horse dewormer.
Bro, do I have to sue CNN?
Yes.
Do you?
They're making shit up. They keep saying I'm taking horse dewormer. I literally got it from a doctor.
When ivermectin has actually been prescribed to 250 million humans. During an appearance on his podcast yesterday, CNN's Sanjay Gupta was confronted by Rogan over his news network's blatant disinfo.
Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer? I can afford people medicine, motherfucker. This is ridiculous. It's just a lie.
I don't think anyone is.
But don't you think that
This guy's a joke. This doctor guy, bro, it's 3+ hours long. I recommend it to anybody. Spotify's free. Spotify is free. Go to Spotify and watch this fucking shit, bro. All right? Joe does not back down. He goes in on this dude for the whole 3 hours. He just, the whole time, the dude's like, oh, go. Nope.
lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying?
Gupta flailed around for 2 minutes before having to eventually admit that yes, CNN did lie deliberately.
So you think that that's a problem, that your news network lies?
Do you think that's a problem that your news network lies? Come on. And he's the doctor over there at CNN. He's the doctor. And then he asked him, so did you ask him about it? Like, why did you lie and say I took horse dewormer? And he's like, no. He's like, you're the fucking doctor over there. Why didn't you ask? He goes, I'll ask. I'll end up asking. No, you're not. But he's like, nah, too late. Too fucking late. You're going to ask now. Who cares a shit?
Well, I don't.
Dude,
what did they say?
They lied and said I was taking horse dewormer. Well, just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer.
I didn't think Joe was gonna be like this. Like he went off, bro. He went off on this dude because he's usually nice to his guests, you know.
They shouldn't have said that.
So no, Olbermann, Rogan didn't gargle goat piss. He took a routinely prescribed drug, the precursor of which won a Nobel Prize in medicine. And obviously the only person afraid here is you. Afraid of your increasingly desperate irrelevance after having lost your MSNBC show all those...
He lost his MSNBC. He got fired from MSNBC. They must have really thought you were nuts, all right? Because they're a bunch of nutbags over there.
Years ago.
Afraid!
Enjoy your little booster shots, Keith, but as far as trying to intimidate and bully people into mandatory medical procedures, mind your own fucking business. My body, my choice, bitch, so swivel on it. And unfortunately for you, Your increasingly demented outbursts aren't convincing anyone.
My body, my choice, bitch. I like that. I like that. All right, so here's Kyrie speaking. Let me go check out Prada one more time.
You know, I know I can use my platform to spread
Salute to
nice
Kyrie,
for
man.
that. At least let me go out on my own accord. You know, first things first, this isn't about me, and it's not about me dispelling, what's being said about me particularly or for anybody. It's just saying, I'm standing with all those that, believe in what's right and are doing what's right for themselves. Everybody has a personal choice with their lives. Everybody has a right to feel a certain type of way. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. Everybody's entitled to do what they feel is best for themselves, and putting me as a hero or painting me as a villain, sort of say, or going against the vaccine mandates, like that wasn't my intent at all. And to be sitting in the seat here and seeing, the way that this is dividing our world up, being vaccinated or being unvaccinated, it's just sad to see. It's creating a lot of division, a lot of confusion, a lot of people saying things that are untrue. We're not giving space for each other to speak. You got doctors out here working hard, physicians out here working hard, and everybody's trying to do what's best for them and their families, which I respect. And I'm always going to put that first. Everybody out there, it's not, listening to me or making this about me or painting this picture like, yo, I'm the voice of reason, so you should do this. Nah, like it's just about staying real and staying true to who you are and making the choice for you what's best. Everybody has their own family. Everybody has their own tribe. Everybody has their own issues or traumas that they're dealing with, trying to heal from. And I'm just trying to support as best I can. I'm a hooper. I've been a hooper since I was down there 4 years old. And, coming into the NBA, I just had a dream to play ball at a high level. I didn't anticipate all this coming with it. But if I am going to be responsible for my own life, then I got to speak on things that truly matter to me. I had to stop running away from using my voice and using my platform to, speak on what's true and what's mine. Nobody's going to hijack my voice. Nobody's going to take the power away from me that I have for speaking on these things, and don't believe that I'm retiring. Don't believe that, I'm going to give up this game for a vaccine mandate or staying unvaccinated. Don't believe any of that shit, man. Like really be aware of what's being said before I even get a chance to be on the podium and speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people saying all these things about what's going on with me, and it's just not true. Pay attention to what's going on out in the real world. People are losing their jobs to these mandates. People are having to make choices with their own lives, which I respect. And I don't want to sit here and play on people's emotions either. Just use logic. What would you do? If you felt uncomfortable going into the season when you were promised that you would have exemptions or that you didn't have to be forced to get the vaccine. This wasn't an issue before the season started. This wasn't something that I foresaw coming, where I prepared for it. And, I had a chance to strategize on what was going to be best for me and my family. I came into the season thinking that I was just going to be able to play ball, be able to use my talent to continue to, inspire, influence people in the right way. Like putting this on me is just like, why are you putting it on me? This is not part of, what's going on in conversations with scientists, physicians, and doctors. I'm just a hooper, right? Like I'm just a person who's being utilized.
Hey, plus, you need to rewind it and go back to the beginning, bro. Crazy, crazy, crazy story.
As an example, for some odd reason, people love to have my name in a mix of just some BS. Like just hearing the way people speak with so much conviction about what I should be doing with my life and what, my teammates should be feeling about me, what the organization be feeling about me. And to be honest with you, if you really know me, and you see what I do out there, I put in a lot of time into my craft. I'm not sitting here to give y'all information, give y'all a whole bunch of, my wisdom beyond my years and knowledge. No, I'm just here to stay real. I'm always going to stay true to me. And that's me. This is my life. I get to do whatever I want with this. This is one body that I get here, one God body that I get here. And you telling me what to do with my body, and it has nothing to do with the organization. I'm gonna put that out there. It has nothing to do with the Nets. It has nothing to do with my teammates. This has everything to do with what's going on in our world. And I'm being grouped in to something that's bigger than just a game of basketball. And you got that fandom, which is like a religion to people out here. Basketball is like a religion. Entertainment is like a religion to people. They like get so caught up emotionally. It's just like, yo, effing get vaccinated or just leave. We angry at what you're doing, man. And it's just like, nah, that's like, what are you talking about? I'm a human being. I have emotions. I have feelings.
You're afraid, right?
Things that I keep to myself, things that I share. But I'm staying grounded in what I believe in. It's just as simple as that. It's not about being anti-vax or about being, on one side or the other. Like, it's just really about being true to what feels good for me. I'm still uncertain about a lot of things, and that's okay. If I'm going to be demonized for having more questions and taking my time to make a decision with my life, then.
And you know what's so fucking stupid about this whole thing? It's only because he's playing for Brooklyn. That's how fucking stupid this is. Like, think about that. It's literally only because he's playing for Brooklyn. Because in New York is the stupidest state in the world. Salute to all you people who live there, but you guys are under a tyranny right now. A fucking tyranny, bro. You need to vote out all those weirdos, bro.
That's just what it is. That's something I got to sit in. I know the consequences of the decisions I make with my life.
First of all, you guys pay ridiculous amount of taxes. Come on, man. You guys are being robbed without a gun. You're being robbed without a gun. What are you guys doing? Who pays that much? Why is everything so expensive? It makes no sense. You don't even have good weather. At least in Cali, it's good weather. They don't fuck. What do you got? You got Detroit weather. You got Detroit weather, and you're paying bill. What are you guys talking about?
You know, I'm not here to sugarcoat any of that. But if we really gonna be real, like it's crazy times we're in. It's crazy times. Like how many people are really thinking with a balanced view? You know, how many people are really thinking about the future of what's going on? It's crazy times we're in. We just came out of one of the craziest pandemics of all time, and you're telling me to think rationally. How many people are really thinking rationally? I'm not the focus here. You know what I mean? I got on here to really show that like I'm real enough to stand up when I feel like I'm being put in a effed up position. You know, like I'm not even that. I haven't hurt anybody. I haven't committed a crime. I'm not out here acting dumb, stupid. I'm out here taking care of my family, my kids. I'm out here putting on for the youngins.
Hold on. Stephon Marbury wrote in his comment section, and now you're utilizing their platform to share your ideology, which is rational and content. Okay, Stephon Marbury.
I'm out here trying to create a legacy that lasts a lifetime, you know, like multiple lifetimes. And if I'm being called out on what I'm doing with my life and I'm just living righteously.
People in the comments, get your shot, boy.
And I'm living for me and I'm living for the people that love me and support me. You know, how is it that I have to be, you know, at odds with everybody or people are coming at me? You know, like I had to really sit back and think about this and meditate and pray and ask God for the words to come on here because like this is not normal. You know what I mean? Like this is not normal. What's going on? This is not normal. And I'm not going to get too emotional here either. I'm just thinking with my logic. You know, I'm just thinking for all those that are dealing with similar things that I'm dealing with. You know, you got to put your livelihood on the line in order for a mandate that you don't necessarily agree with all the way. Like nobody should be forced to do anything with their bodies. Nobody should be forced to do anything with their bodies. Like you only get one of these.
Yeah, it kind of just repeats himself the whole time. So salute to him for that. He did take forever to just say he's not getting jabbed. Let's get into this.
Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, sat down for a 3-hour one-on-one with controversial
Listen to these pieces of shit, bro. Like, these guys are sick.
podcast host Joe Rogan last night. Rogan remains a vaccine skeptic.
16,000 dislikes, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro. Salute to YouTube, man. And every comment is negative. Everyone. You can't find a positive comment. You gotta love YouTube, man. They know what's up.
Despite having caught COVID-19 himself. Let's listen to part of this.
So would you now, with what you know now, and having had COVID, would you have wished that you had been vaccinated beforehand?
But
you almost got vaccinated.
Yeah, but again, I explained.
You got through it.
But I got through COVID.
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So that was my thought was I'm a healthy person. I exercise constantly. I'm always taking vitamins. I take care of myself. I felt like I was going to be okay, and that was true. It was correct. I'm happy. I got through it. I don't wish it upon anyone. It wasn't fun, but it wasn't the worst cold I've ever had, and I got over it.
Wasn't the worst cold he ever had, and he got over it within a couple of days.
Fairly quickly, relatively speaking.
I think that's, and again, I am truly glad about that. I'm not, all kidding aside, I don't think anybody wishes you, everybody wants you to be well and healthy.
Bullshit!
But I think the question is just in terms of the nuance of this. It's not a strategy to recommend people get infected.
I'm not recommending anybody get infected.
So they should get vaccinated.
I think a lot of people should get vaccinated.
You're talking,
I think
a lot of people vulnerable people.
Yeah.
If you just said vulnerable people,
yeah,
a lot
older
of
people, fat people. I think a lot of
older people, fat people.
Those folks. My real concern is this urge to vaccinate children, and I don't know what kind of data we have on the long-term effects of this.
All right, with us now.
There he is.
Now, Sanjay, first off, I mean, I'm so glad you did this because there's so many people who can listen to the sense that you make. Tell us why you thought this was so.
Bro, these people are so lost in their bubble, bro. It's insane. It's just this bubble around them, and they can't break it. What's wrong with these guys? Look at this guy on the left. Look at his fucking snotty ass look on his face. All right, with your stupid hair.
So important.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I mean, I think the media landscape's pretty segmented, as we know, and I think there's a lot of people who listen on CNN who are accepting and hearing these messages and understanding the science. But I wanted to go to a place where there was clearly he has a big audience, and as you mentioned, he's been a skeptic of the vaccines. I listened to his podcast. I thought there could be some common ground there, and decided to lean into the nuance for 3 hours, which by the way is a long time to talk to anybody. I don't know that I've talked to anybody, no breaks, no distractions, no phones for 3 hours before.
Yeah, it's a long time to talk to anybody. 3 hours. I can't believe he did. First of all, Joe does all his conversations like that because he wants to get to know you and have an actual conversation. Then instead of that's the thing with that dum-dum, all right, that wrote the love song to me. You can't have actual conversations with people like that because they're always trying to win a debate. They're trying to use fake logic on you and win a debate. And it's like instead of having an actual human-to-human conversation, that's the problem. All right, and especially on CNN, you guys don't know how to have human conversations. It's all tidbits and segments. You guys have what do you got here? 6 minutes to say what you got to say, and this guy's got to say what he says. All right, it's stupid. But when you sit down face to face with someone, not on Zoom or on anything like that, face to face, you got to have a real conversation with someone, and the truth comes out. All right, and you talk, and you talk. You don't have notes. You don't have this. You're not trying to win anything. You just talk. I think people forgot how to just talk to each other. That's the problem. We forgot how to talk to each other. This is a prime example of it.
But I think that's how you get at some of these real conversations.
Look, we talked to you for 3 hours, but they're always trying to wrap us. Always after the second question, Sanjay. I do want to play another exchange you had with him. You heard him talk about vaccines and kids there. This is another exchange you had on that.
And, myocarditis can be a really frightening thing. They can develop chest pain, shortness of breath, things
It's
like
inflammation
that.
of the heart.
That's
correct?
what it is. And you got to think of it like this. The reason it can happen in young people, it can happen in anybody, but people who have really robust immune response. You're basically giving the vaccine and you're counting on the immune system to really respond to that. If it responds a lot in someone with a really healthy immune system, it can cause more widespread inflammation. People feel miserable for a day or two, and in this case, it can cause inflammation around the heart.
Do we know what the long-term consequences of myocarditis in young people that comes from the vaccine are?
I don't think we don't know. And I think the only way we can know long-term things, to be perfectly honest, of any of these aspects of the vaccine, the only way we can know long-term stuff is with the passage of time.
Bingo! So why the fuck would you push this on people if we're not going to know? Let the people who want to be experimental weirdos about it. I mean, again, if you want to I don't mean to call you guys weirdos. Salute to you. But let the people who want to be experiment have it experimented at them. Let them do it. But let the rest of us take that risk. If we can't take that risk, who in the fuck are you guys to tell us that we can't take the risk of getting COVID or not? That we have to do what you say we do to get better? That we have to inject a fucking experimental drug in us, all right, to get better? Like, that's the only option. That's not the only option. You know that's not the only option. So I don't really understand what this is all about, except putting billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars into the pharmaceutical industry, into Pfizer and all them. Like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. If you want to take it, take it. Salute to you. But what the fuck? You can't mandate this shit. This is insane.
For certain.
That's terrifying for parents.
It is.
Especially when children who will absolutely not die from COVID, and you can almost say with extreme certainty, they will be just fine. Some of them won't even know they had it. It's like we're not allowed to get sick anymore. We're trying to stop everyone from getting sick now?
Idea that your son could get vaccinated, and most likely he would have been fine if he got COVID.
8 times more likely for children between the ages of 12 and 15 to get this enlarged heart shit than they are to get sick from COVID. 8 times more likely. And I've seen story after story after story of children dying from it. I've watched the interviews of their parents, of this one guy, one kid's father.
And that your son could catch myocarditis and have permanent heart problems.
Well, I don't know that we can say the person will be fine if they get COVID, Joe.
A young boy?
Well,
most young boys.
You don't know. You don't know if we could say if someone gets COVID, they're going to be fine. But you don't know that this vaccine, the long-term effects either. Either, do you? So if we're not going to be fine if we catch COVID, right? Then we're all fucked anyways because we're all catching it. It's got to go through the system. It's got to go through society. We're not going to escape it. All right? You can blame your man Fauci for that. Oh, we don't want to talk about that, right? We don't want to talk about that. That whole game shit they were doing in Wuhan, experiments. That's basically where it came from. Not now we know. If we would have talked about it last year, we would be called conspiracy theorists, but now it's shown to be true. Game theory function. So it's going to go through the society. You just got to deal with it. And if it's clearly only killing people who are really sick anyways or are old, maybe we should encourage people to get healthier, eat, make better health decisions. And if you are sick, go ahead, get the vax, take a shot. If you are old, go ahead, get the vax, take your chances. You're right. Leave the rest of us alone, please. Let us make our own decisions. Why is that so hard? Why is it so hard to just let us make our own decisions? This is not complicated. It shouldn't be controversial. It should be common sense. Let us make our own decisions. Pump whatever the fuck you want to pump out there, but let us make that choice. But for some reason, that's not good enough. You have to get it. You have to, or you're afraid.
With no
When you say
comorbidities.
fine, you mean what? That they're not going to die?
I mean, like me, I had COVID.
You
I'm
look
fine.
like you look like you're strong as an ox. Yes, I give.
Yeah, and he's 52 years old, sir, and you know that. So why are you even saying that? And you know that children have all got. My brother has 10 kids. They all got it. All 10 of them. None of them got sick. They all tested positive for COVID. None of the worst any of them got was a sniffles. Now they got antibodies in their gut. All 10, I know, it's anecdotal evidence. Oh, fuck off. How about that? 99.99% of children don't die from it or get sick from it. And all the kids that have, the 500 kids that have died from it, 500? Do you know that 2,000 kids a day get fucking kidnapped? We looked that stat up. That's an insane stat. 2,000 kids a day. That seems like too many kids. They get kidnapped. But 500 in the past 2 years have died from COVID. Why aren't we shutting the world down so these kids stop getting kidnapped? If we're going to shut the world down for that, maybe I'll be on board with you. If we actually have a plan here. Maybe I'd be on board with that shutdown. To find out why the fuck so many kids are going missing every fucking day.
Give you that. But you know, you get teenagers who will have these long COVID naps.
Bro, this guy's actually, and this is the clip CNN's playing, bro. This is the best clip of this dumb they could find, bro, on this show. I watched the whole 3-hour show 1.5 times. It was so enjoyable what Joe did to this guy. I watched it. I started watching it again at work. Didn't get through it, but I started watching it again. It was so enjoyable how he just dismantled everything this guy's saying. Because I did not expect it.
You get.
What does that mean?
They're tired all the time. They get these sort of long hauler type symptoms. Mm-hmm. You know,
they're tired all the time, guys. The kids, they just get tired now when they get COVID. They have these COVID naps. Maybe it's from the fucking sugar they eat all day long and their insulin spikes. You ever thought of that?
You know, less so in kids, but you know, when you talk about 33% of people having persistent symptoms that last months, I just feel like I think we're allowed to have a nuanced conversation about this. We measure things in terms of life and death.
Yes.
And I get that. I mean, it's easy. It's public health. That's the way the numbers get presented. And frankly, that's our fault as well in the media to just say, this is how many people have died. We don't know a lot about what this virus does to the body.
Right.
We probably shouldn't just think of it as another type of pneumonia or cold because it's clearly doing something else. A cold wouldn't just cause isolated loss of smell.
If we don't know what this virus is doing to the body, then how do we get a vaccine so fast to destroy it? We don't understand this virus, but yet a vaccine that in any other situation takes years to make. Somehow, some way, this one we don't know anything about, we were able to figure out how to get a vaccine out like that in record time. Can you explain that to me, sir? If we don't know much about how this thing works, what it does to the body, what is that, but we sure found a fucking vaccine to take it out, right? But guess what? It doesn't fucking work because if you get vaccinated, you can still get COVID. If you get vaccinated, you can still get COVID and you can still spread it. This is just facts. If you're in Britain, 70% of the COVID deaths are people who are fully vaccinated in the past 30 days. Why is that? Why did I watch a pallbearer from a funeral guy owner from Britain say that almost all the deaths are from vaccinated people and that they're lying to us? I watched that the other day.
Flu wouldn't even do that. And then so many people developing long-term symptoms.
It's a lot there. It's like trying to herd cats, Sanjay, in a discussion like that. He shoots off in all these different tangents.
Shoots off in all these different tangents, you fucking asshole. Look how they just dismiss Joe as like crazy man. He just talks and says all these things. This is what they do when you want us to trust them about anything they fucking say. Anything. And how does anyone take these people serious?
And he says there's a lot we don't know about this, that, and the other thing. Myocarditis, though, when you're talking about risks of myocarditis, which is inflammation around the heart, we know the risks of COVID causing that, don't we?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, but Joe literally pointed out to the fact that of the study that shows you that kids 12 to 15 years old are 6 to 8 times more likely of getting that whatever the fuck, the COVID mastitis thing from the shot than they are from getting sick from COVID.
I mean, that's the thing, and therein lies the nuance again. It is.
What's the nuance? The nuance is what the fuck I just said.
It's a fair question to bring up the idea of the side effect of the vaccines potentially being myocarditis. But you
myocarditis, sorry.
Also have to compare this to the risk of myocarditis from the disease itself. And let me show you. I mean, because I think this was the data that Joe was talking about, although, you know, it's tough sometimes to keep up. But overall, if you look and say there's a background rate of myocarditis that just occurs even before the pandemic, with the vaccines, how many more additional cases per 100,000 people? About 2.7, as you can see there.
From COVID, Rick? Or from something else?
But from the disease itself,
or from the jab.
It's around 11. I mean, to be fair, both of these are rare, and almost always these cases of myocarditis resolved. People were fine; they didn't require further treatment. But this is the whole point. The numbers you see on the screen is the whole point. You want to try and obviously reduce risk of any of these things while really emphasizing the benefits. The vaccines offer lots.
It's heart inflammation. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm telling you, I watched a story of a kid who just died from it.
Of benefits and actually have a lower risk of myocarditis versus the disease itself.
You mentioned, and he seems to go.
Why couldn't you didn't explain that on the show though?
Back time and again.
And that's not true.
And to this idea that maybe getting COVID is better than getting the vaccine. I heard that repeatedly. Here's some of what he said.
Testing is obviously testing you to see if you have the virus.
Yes.
The therapeutic is.
I just lost my fully vaxxed half brother to COVID on the 5th in this month. I'm convinced the jab killed him. I'm sorry to hear that, Epskate. And bro, bro, the shit I've been listening to and reading, I can't argue with you. That's what the British funeral owner, that's what he's saying. And when you hear the stats, 70% of the vaccinated are dying from COVID, then it's like he's literally saying that's. I watched it like about a week ago, and they're saying that he's trying to get shut down, and people are trying to tell him to shut up. But he's saying that everyone that's coming here, that he's doing the funerals things for, are fully vaccinated people. Like, how does that make sense? If you're fully vaccinated, why are you dying from COVID? Isn't that the point? That just happened the 5th of this month. That's insane. It was the day after my birthday, man. Fucking sorry, man. My best friend Alan lost his dad from COVID last year. My ex-girlfriend Sherry lost her dad from COVID that same day last year. Or you hadn't met him? Yeah, you just found him on 23andMe. That's crazy. That's cool, man, to have met him like that. And they both blame the doctors, because especially like they were putting people on ventilators when they weren't supposed to be put on ventilators, and then 90% of people who were put on ventilators died. That was the problem. So how many percentage of those people put on ventilators died because they were put on ventilators and not because they were supposed to be put on ventilators? If you think about it, you don't know. Now, the argument is, well, they could have just made a mistake because we were trying to learn. We didn't know what to do. This is weird. But say that to the families. Like they give a fuck that you all made a mistake. Say that to the families whose children have died from getting the jab and got that inflamed heart. That, hey, well, so you told me to get this thing because it was going to protect my kid and ends up killing him. I'm supposed to give a fuck what you say now, right? And it's just, statistically, shit happens. But if I would have done it and he would have got COVID, he would have been fine, and he would have survived and lived, even with the worst case of COVID. 99.99% chance he's gonna live because of his age, and he's healthy. But you're good. Okay, that's my problem with the mandates. That's my only problem with this, is you mandating it with things like this happening. And if you can't see that, you're literally an evil person, in my opinion. You're evil. Anyone who calls for mandates where you want everyone to get this is evil to me. I'm sorry. I draw the line, man. I'm not against vaccines. You can get them. I'm not against you getting them. Don't fucking tell me I have to. Give me that choice, man. It's common sense. You never told me I had to get the flu shot. Why the fuck are you mandating this? I have never gotten a flu shot. I don't tell you to stop being fat. That kills people. Heart disease kills more people than COVID does. Where do you think heart disease comes from? From overeating. I'm not going to tell you you can't eat a lot. You want to eat yourself to death? Eat yourself to death. Salute. I almost did. It's hard to stop. It's a tough one.
Treat you because you have the virus.
Yes.
I still think it'd be better not to get the virus.
I think it'd be better to get the virus and recover and have amazing immunity to it. Wouldn't it be?
Well, you could get sick, though.
You know what I think you should do? I think you should get vaccinated and then get sick.
What?
This is why. Because then you got the vaccine protect.
He's clearly joking here, but they're going to use it. You guys, you got to remember, everyone acts like Joe Rogan is like this fucking brilliant mind, and I'm not saying he is, but he's a comedian. He's a UFC fucking sport commentator. He's a comedian.
Protects you from a bad infection, and then you get COVID, so then you get the robust immunity.
And it's crazy. He makes way more sense than these dum-dums calling themselves doctors.
It's imparted from having the actual disease itself, which is far more complex and comprehensive than you're getting from the vaccine. It targets one specific protein, right?
You can make that argument, I think.
Yeah, so that's the move. You get vaccinated, let it wane, and hang around with a bunch of dirty people.
Okay, well,
and then get a lot of therapeutics on hand so you can take care of it quickly.
I will see your recommendation and give you one.
Should have come out with us last night. You probably would have.
Because if you really think about what he's saying, you know, in a mind, you could, it actually like, oh, so he's saying the best way to do it, because if you get COVID, and you survive, you get antibodies, right? You get the jab, you get antibodies, and the antibodies only last like 6 months, and they start waning every month. It gets weaker and weaker and weaker. So his thing is, but getting the jab makes you more likely to survive COVID, even though the survival rate is 99.5%. I don't know what the fuck the jab is, 99.9%. But why are 70% of people in Britain dying? I don't know. Okay, but what he's saying is, so you get the jab. You get those antibodies, then you go get COVID, and you get those antibodies, and now you're really good. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, and it kind of makes sense almost, right? But they're going to use that against him, of course.
I almost did.
And he's laughing.
Yeah. Now I know what your secret plan was. No. So for you, Joe Rogan,
yes,
I would say you've had it.
Yes.
So now get one shot of the vaccine.
No.
Why not?
Because I have better immunity than I would if I was vaccinated.
This is true. Go ahead, dum-dums. Are you guys going to deny that?
But does he, Sanjay?
But does he, Sanjay? Does he, Sanjay?
Also, he's not a doctor. He sure is talking like one, as if he is one, though.
He's not a doctor. He's not talking like a doctor. And he tells you don't listen to me. Joe tells you he's a dum-dum. He literally says that. I might have ripped that off from him. No, I think I started dum-dum. No, I can't take credit for dum-dum. I don't know where I started it. I say it a lot. But he'll tell you that. Don't listen to me. I'm a comedian.
By the way, it's 3 hours of that, just to give you an idea. I mean, it was a lot of mental gymnastics.
3 hours of that. It was 3 hours of you getting fucked up. Getting owned on there. You look stupid. You didn't come off as a doctor. You come off like a dum-dum. You didn't say anything that showed me that you had any knowledge of anything. It's like you were just repeating CNN talking points, bro. A real doctor could have challenged Joe on some of his stuff. You couldn't. You could not do it. You showed nothing in that interview for 3 hours that showed that you're... Is he a real doctor or some shit? Like, is he really?
And again, there's a nuance here. People who have been infected do have natural immunity.
People who are infected do have natural immunity. Oh, so what the dumb right there in the middle just said is incorrect.
And there was a study out of Israel, which made got a lot of attention, that basically showed, at least for a period of time, their immunity was stronger than those who had received the vaccine. Here's a problem, though. One is we don't know how long that immunity lasts. People are trying to investigate that.
But we do know how long your jab lasts, and it lasts about 6 months, and it gets weaker and weaker and weaker every month.
And one of the studies that's come out showed that people who had natural immunity versus vaccinated immunity, those with natural immunity were twice as likely to get reinfected. I mean, this is the data. We know with the vaccine now from...
They're twice as likely to get reinfected with the... It's stronger, but it's twice as likely to get... How does that even make sense, bro? Please explain to me, doctor, in simple dumb terms, how it's stronger, but twice more likely. So it's not stronger then. It can't be both. So which is it? It's stronger, but you're getting double the infection rate.
From the clinical trials and real world data.
Silly Sanjay, right?
Some 6 billion shots being given out around the world, that it is a safe and effective vaccine. So infection over vaccination should never be the message. No, people should not go out there and willingly get infected in pursuit of, this natural immunity. That's a terrible strategy. I think Joe...
That was the strategy with chicken pox. I remember. I think that's what my mom did to me. She was like, oh, our cousin had it, and she told me to... We went over there and made me get it. And I ended up getting it.
Understood that, although near the end of the podcast, he was advocating that I go get COVID. So, still to this point, I'm not sure if he was joking. I think he was joking, but that is a terrible strategy, obviously.
It doesn't really matter if he's joking, does it? If the millions of people listening to him don't know if he's joking.
You guys are clearly joking, correct? Because you're afraid!
At that point. Sanjay, you're a prince. I don't know where you get your patients. I really don't.
Sanjay's a prince? Sanjay the Prince. So much patience. Oh, guys. And luckily no one takes these people seriously. 16,000 dislikes. I love Rogan. I believe what he's saying. Different strokes for different folks. At the end of John is saying, doesn't really matter if he's joking when Joe was advocating for Guptas to get COVID. Do these people not understand memes? The discussion of COVID is not the only thing that can be nuanced. Humor can be too. These people are so high on their egos, thinking they can dictate what we can and cannot do. CNN should send one journalist a week into Rogan's Lion's Den so we can all enjoy more of these maulings. Yeah, this was a great interview, especially the part when Rogan points out how dishonest this network really is. Quite an edited segment. I encourage everyone to listen to the exchange in its entirety. I do too. Come on, this could have been a really healing discussion, but then CNN acts like this. You three are hurting society. You are tired of it. We are tired of it, and this is why we watch podcasts instead of you. I hope everyone listens to the full interview, specifically the part where Sanjay had to admit CNN boldface lied about him using horse dewormer. CNN shouldn't have lied. Sanjay Gupta, 2021. I love the creative editing done by CNN during this interview when Rogan caught Sanjay lying. Yeah. Sanjay, that bothered you? Joe, it should bother you too. He murdered them. Salute to Joe for that. I wish he did more of that stuff where we'd have like a combative guest on. Those are my favorite type of things. But anyways, I love you guys. Sorry, man. If I didn't tell you once, I'll tell you again. Hold on, hit that like. Did you guys hit the like? 31 likes, 3 dislikes. Only 3 haters here today, which is okay. But life is too short. I felt like my life flashed before my eyes today. Just seeing someone at my bar pointing a shotgun at my dish guy was one of the most insane things, and he actually pointed at me for a quick second when I made him run away. So life is short. Tell everyone that you care about, that you love them. I know it's cliche, but it's true. Love you guys. Prada! She always gets ready. She knows when I'm about to end. She knows when I'm about to end. Whenever I start going to my list, she knows it. Slut. Love you guys.
Peace. Please believe that I'll never be shared again. Again, I'll be the next heavyweight champion. Call me crazy, but no one can fade me. I'm the product of the projects, lost and crazy. Throw your hands up, Mr. Bruno. Ride. Big Mike Tyson about to brutalize that ass tonight. No hesitation for the whole nation. I'll beat that ass so bad, I'll body violate probation. Through demonstration, as I strategize information. Intent to kill, so it's real, like I'm catching cases. Ha ha, let the world know I plan to die. If I don't need